We'll start with this guy over here so we can keep the flow going.
Passive income.
Passive income. Yes. Yes.
Faith over fear.
Faith over fear.
Costco membership.
Costco membership.
Neurogenesis.
Neurogenesis. Like of the brain, right? Neurogenesis.
Wildly salted.
Wildly salted. Let me review real quick before we get another one. Don't remind me unless I ask, because I gotta hold them in my brain. Passive income, faith over fear, Costco membership, neurogenerative, is that what you said? Neurogenesis, wildly salted, neurogenesis. All right, let's keep going.
Chocolate.
Chocolate, I love chocolate.
The labs.
The labs, the lab. Consistency.
Amalgamation.
Amalgamation. All right, the labs, chocolate, consistency, amalgamation, and we'll take one more. Oh. You got it? Roadblocks for the kids. Roadblocks. Okay. Dance. Y'all know it's all to the dome. Every time I get in the zone, I never write it, I just decide it when I'm on this microphone. Ain't nobody even been this live. All of the work is synthesized. Feel like a mild things on stage. Grab my instrument and improvise. Y'all know I'm tilting it up at the top. I'm all of that then some. Y'all know we get in the paper investment. We got passive income. How are we doing it? Boosting my money amount. Hey, passive income. I ain't even working. Numbers go up in my account. I stay busy. I'm about to make it clear. I'ma leave y'all inspired in here. Yeah, and I step to the stage and I put my faith over fear. Yeah, and I'm doing this just to increase my mental health. Yeah, every time that I step to the stage, yo, I gotta have faith in myself, faith in my music, faith in my bars, faith in the art, and faith in my heart. Yeah, faith in who I am, faith because I know I'm about to write this jam. I know I'm about to make it slam down to the floor. Every time I spit, though, I give them more. All for the don't can't sense of this. I'm bringing in full Costco membership. And Costco examples. Back here, I'll shine. Even if I'm on my diet, y'all know when I grab one and at my sick, I'm about to call me a riot. Killing them and about to spill it. I'll be filling in the kitchen. And I'm on this essential. No pen or pencil. When I get loose, thinking on that energy that helps me produce. Yeah, yo, something to greatness. Y'all bound to remember this. Wishing to existence from my brain. That's neurogenesis. Generate the insane type flames. I aim, hit your ear hole, rappers fearful. Here go, another one for y'all. Every time I rhyme, I'm about to evolve. Every single problem is about to get solved. Every time I'm spitting, I'm giving my all. Yeah, this is why the truth call me, cause I'm real, never faulty. And all of my haters see me spit, and they wildly salty. Yeah, they wildly seasoned. Yeah, y'all know when the reason I go wild when I kick my style. Every time I'm running, I be making people smile. Let's get it, off to the top, I spit it with no pen or pad. Crazy to this. That boy go mad. Yeah, and all my haters salty. They looking sad. Yeah, I do it for the ladies and the lads. Yeah, it's for every single human being. All the dog going so cold that it's freezing. It's like the session, I'm easy to it. I'ma do it every time that I'm rocking it. Yeah, nobody in the game blocking it. My heat on the salted up. I'm about to melt ya. I'm the summer sun, you chocolate. Yeah, I'm down to a puzzle. Really turn the lyrics out, I ain't nothing silent. I be getting busy over beats. I be putting the heat, working chocolate. I'm looking for sweet. Yeah, all around the planet, I know that they heard me. Eating chocolate, eating Hershey's. I'm the illest of the don't they tell me. Flow sweet like Darren Dowlies. Like it's like a box of chocolate. Cause you never know what you're gonna get. And that is especially true when you hear Harry Mack spit. Yeah, all the top of the dome and they know that they couldn't get rid of me. They ask how I'm ill when I spit it free. I practice y'all with consistency. Yeah, y'all know I move like a delivery. In the game, gotta stay consistent. And y'all know I'm nice with the creations. Every time I spit, I begin inventing. For a long time, y'all always waiting. But you know I can't stay patient. Not one, not two, not three words. It's a whole damn amalgamation. Yeah, my man's through a freestyle vocab. And when I rock, though I don't stop. Everybody knowing that it's so hot. Y'all know I can't make the show rock. Every time he spits, he goes off. I be slaying lanes off the top cause the Mac never playing games. This is not Roblox. Yeah.
Content you're putting out there and the comments that people have that can
complaints they have, the frustrations they have towards life, the struggles, the victim conversations that they might say, well, this is, maybe you can do this, but I can't do this. What do you see that people have wrong about the way they interpret their life, around their mindset, their attitude, or beliefs?
Well, people interpret me wrong, first of all. Big time, which is why they don't understand your life. I'm like I guess like a lie detector test, because I'm so honest with myself. So a lot of people who are jealous, who are ashamed of themselves, where I recognize that people aren't honest with themselves. Because what people don't get about me is that they look at me now. They forget I was 300 pounds, abused, struggled severely with learning. I was at a very abusive mindset. I mean, I got beat down growing up. Physically, mostly physically, but the mental scars are the ones that you carry with you. You can beat me all day long, those mental scars. So when people look at me, I can look at them and I can see exactly who you are. Because I am no better than you. I'm no different than you. I just decided to stop lying to myself.
What were you lying to yourself about?
Oh my God, let's see if I saw somebody who was great in the gym, or who was good learning, really smart, I would immediately look at their life and I would say, oh, mom and dad were both there. You're privileged, or you're talented. So I would immediately take myself out of the equation of, you're better than me because you were gifted these great parents, or you were gifted this great ability. The second I stopped doing that, the second I started realizing that I too have these abilities, but where I came from is be much harder for me to hit. I stopped looking at people like they were better than me. I started looking at people like they were more gifted than me. I started looking at them like, okay, this is where I need to go. I may not have a mom or dad or whoever to get me there, but I know I can get there. So what people see on Instagram is that dog. The dog, like a civilized, trained dog, ain't gonna get there.
No.
From all the hurt, from all the pain, and it was the only source of colors in my life. And one fine day, all sores healed and infections disappeared, and I was able to sit for the first time in my wheelchair after 2 years and 2.5 months of being bedridden. That moment was the moment of rebirth. I remember when my brothers brought the wheelchair inside the room. I hated my brothers then, and I hated that wheelchair. I could not fathom the fact that this wheelchair is going to be my only reality for the rest of my life. This was not the kind of life I wanted to live, but I had no choice. So they made me sit on the chair, and then they left, because they knew that it's my moment. I remember I looked at myself in the mirror, and the person that you see in this picture is me. When I looked at myself in the mirror, I just could not recognize myself. I was so weak, I was so pale, I was so underweight, my hair was all chopped off, because I couldn't brush or shampoo my hair, so we had to chop it off. I looked at myself, and I hated that sight. I just could not recognize the person I was looking at. And I cried for hours and hours. And then I was tired of crying. I looked at myself again in the mirror and I said, you know what? The damage is done. And it's not getting better. And it's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong to deserve this. Now you've got two choices. You can either sit in the corner of the room, look at your wounds, cry, and wait for a miracle to come and make you walk. Or you can just accept yourself the way you are and start living from now. And that's what I did. I chose option number 2. I decided to live.